I've been busy today. Excuse me. I firmly believe that my grandson Tigger loves his pawpaw. First thing this morning, he and his sister are in the house. Linda and Aurora are watching them because their daddy is with my oldest adopted son right now, loading up a bunch of steel to go make money. They've got a contract. There's a local skating rink that's out of business, and it has got a ton of garbage around it. Some of it literal garbage inside and outside the building. And the family that owns it, the guy that originally owned it, he and his wife died here last year, I think. And so they're over there cleaning it up for money. The gal that owns the building will get a cut of money, and they'll get a cut after expenses. It'll be Dale, his son Mason, and my son Benjamin. But Benji's little boy, Benji Jr., better known as Tigger, comes into my bedroom this morning. He's dressed, he's clean. I shared a photograph of him yesterday sitting watching Peppa Pig with Pawpaw, and Linda was mad because he had a dirty face. Hey man, kids get dirty. If not, then they're not going to be very productive people when they're an adult, because part of the exploratory process with children is getting out and getting dirty. And he fits that description very well, replete with, and I found out he dumped the dirt on his head one-handed with my ball cap I gave him. But they're over there cleaning up. I had Dale sent me an email and asked me to print off a price list from OK Iron down in Ardmore, and I did, and I took it to them. And they're over there struggling. They'll make some money. How much, I don't know. But this morning when Tigger came into my bedroom, he crawls up in the chair behind me. And then when my wife came in, I was sitting on the end of my bed, and I had Tigger up, and I was holding him, and we were hugging each other. And I'll tell you something, that is absolutely the best feeling in the world, the love of a small child. His sister gives me hugs all the time, but it's a rare occasion that Tigger hugs his pawpaw. My grandson Ashton, who's 15, hey Pops, need a hug? And he comes at me, and then Aurora asks, I bet you need an Aurora hug. And Ashton will hug me if I ask him to, and Zara Rose, anytime she'll hug me. I love the fact, and I've got 3 grandsons over at my son Chris's house that all love their grandpa. If I had never done anything right in my entire life, having grandchildren that love me, it rocks. It absolutely rocks. It makes my world. I'm in here. I have things I probably need to do in here today, but they're going to have to wait till tomorrow. Did the radio show, got it out of the way. But basically, I've got, I just want to get done and spend time with my wife. The kids will be done schooling here in a little bit. I'll need to bathe. And I basically just, I'm tired. I've been at it for a while today. And I've got things I do need to do, but they're just going to have to wait. Went out, looked around. There's an outfit called Three Sisters Bakery in Sulphur looking for a small building to rent, put in, either in Sulphur or Davis. I've never sampled their wares, but I went and looked at one I thought might be available. It wasn't. It's got a salon in it. A lot of folks go in this one little business. It's between the liquor store and the Western wear store on Main Street of Davis, and people don't stay in that building very long. I think the rent's really high, and the landlord does nothing to keep everything functioning. I don't know. Get a shot of paint stripper here, better known as coffee. I don't know how long I'll be out here in the office. I'm going to shut it down as soon as I get this thing uploaded. My buddy Jerry might be home by now. I called him yesterday. He's on the way back. Something cropped up he's got to go take care of. Friday or Saturday, probably Friday afternoon, I have every intention of loading my wife up and buzzing on out of here somewhere. I don't know what we're going to do. I haven't checked the COVID numbers. Oh, that dreaded word. I don't know if they're like locally or elsewhere. I'd like to just go fuel her car, go get it washed, and so it's not as sticky on the outside, and she and I just go do something. We get to do that about once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that, and we don't get to do it enough. This is supposed to be our golden years, and it's not turning out that way. It really isn't. I've got business concerns that I should stay out here and attend to. I'm not going to. If you spend your time worrying about dealing with folks and about taking care of this or that and just staying in an uproar all the time, it will shorten your life. Like my buddy Monty said, he had to go to Durant, I think it was. I think that's where he said he went. And they had to deal with something over there, and I don't have permission to discuss it, but he was worn out and got home. He and his wife went and took care of the thing. And he said he's too old to work that hard. Well, that makes two of us, Bubba. I am too. And it's just, it is what it is. It's life, you know. If you let life get the best of you, and what I mean by that is worrying about things. You don't need to worry. God's large and in charge, and He's got it under control. I know on my radio show I sound like a pessimist. I'm not. I just spit out what I see happening and things that I know. Yesterday, the Dow was way down. I haven't even checked. I'll do that real quick. I don't know what it's done today. And the reason I don't, it doesn't make me any difference. I don't pay attention, and there's my computer eating something else. I had that happen during the show today. Let's see what it's doing. Dow Jones today. And let me get my glasses on. It's another thing, I'm blind. 23. It's all they have. 3 hours ago, Dow rebounds as Evergrande. What else is happening in the stock market today? Well, it came back some. The thing is, a lot of folks mistake that what happens on Wall Street is how the economy is going. It's not. You know how to determine what the economy is doing? An honest way to look at it? When you go to the grocery store, you keep track of the price of food. And I gave some hints on my radio show yesterday about you don't have to eat meat every meal. I kind of do, but my circumstances are a little bit different than a lot of people's. I'm not saying that I'm rich. I'm not. I'm just saying that I prepared for everything that's going on right now decades ago. I actually did. And, I saw it coming. And part of the reason for that is I'm an analyst. That's what I used to do. And while I was analyzing stuff for the government, I was also analyzing things that applied to my family, you know, and seeing what the truth of the matter was concerning money. I have a tribe named the Choctaw Nation that I belong to, and they've got a program to get you $1,000 or $2,000, and I don't qualify. I'm not poor enough. That's kind of a weird deal. I don't have any money. Actually, I take care of a lot of stuff for a lot of people, including my immediate family, but also people outside of my family. I have a consulting business, and I still get residuals from that, usually on a semi-monthly basis. I've got another batch coming in about a week. I'm glad, I'm thankful that I make too much money to qualify for poverty programs, both governmentally and tribally. I really am. I'm not doing this because I'll tell you right now, with no equivocation, absolutely, the only reason we've got it as well as we've got it is God. You can believe that or not, but we are very well blessed. God blesses this family. Yeah, we all work hard, but if you don't have God intervening for you due to supplication and prayer, and if you think you're a self-made person and everything you've acquired is due to your own devices, your own two hands and mind, you're poorly mistaken, because it can be taken away that fast. I promise you, it has been on me a few times, and on other folks I've known. It can be snatched away from you. So the best thing you can do is, when you get up first thing in the morning, thank God you made it through the night. I do every morning, and it's sometimes it's rather doubtful if I'm going to make it through the night, but God always blesses me that I do. Is it a blessing? Absolutely. I love my family. I love my life. I used to complain a lot. I'm not going to do that anymore. I would complain at night because of pain issues, and then I talked to a little doctor and found out, you know, when I get my medication in, there's sheets, and when I get all of them at one time, it's that thick the amount of instructions that are with that medication, I never read them because I think I know everything. If I'd have just read the instructions, which I do now, I'd have found out 2 of my meds I was taking completely wrong. And when I started taking them right, yeah, I still have some pain at the end of the day, but guess what? It goes away. And when I take the meds right, I have energy during the day. I'm more alert mentally, and things work out. One of the things that I've found here in Oklahoma, we have an awful lot of medical folks that do know what they're doing. They paid attention. They didn't cheat in medical school. You have an awful lot of Middle Easterners coming over here, and they did cheat in medical school. And then you've got a bunch that didn't. You know, I'm just saying that I know some really good doctors personally, and I'm thankful that they're conscientious. The doctors I know, the medical doctors I know, got into it because they genuinely love people and have compassion and want to help. Got to get a sip of paint thinner here. And that is something that I've noticed. I'm a trained observer, you know, as dumb as that sounds. Most cops, if they are actually trained well, they are observers, especially investigators. Now, speaking of cops, here last week we had a man get shot to death by a Davis police officer. I know who shot the guy. The guy that got shot's name was Christopher George. He was, or George Christopher, I don't remember one or the other, but he was a very troubled person. And he committed suicide by cop, and that's the best that that's what I think and what I understand. His family and the officer's family need your prayers. They really do. Davis has got like 3,000, maybe not even 3,000 people in it. It's a small town. I don't actually live in Davis. I live, our farm south of Davis, it's about 4 miles before I get to the town. We don't live in the city limits, but on the other side of Highway 77, it is the city limits. It's so that they can maintain a police presence at Turner Falls. They own like, you know, a portion of the road on one side or something. I don't know. Weird city limits the way it's laid out. But anyway, it's a small community, and when something like that happens in a small community, it is devastating. That is the word I would use. Now, Monty, Mr. Jones, in Lone Grove PD, I think you guys have one of our officers that is from Wilson. His name's Richard Reeder. He's a good guy. He's a veteran. I don't know if he's been through CLEAT yet or not. He hadn't when he was working here at Davis. He's the officer that got hit over the head at Davis PD. There's a lot of shenanigans, a lot of stuff going on at the Davis City Hall. And it's none of my business in so much as I don't live in town. My sons, my 2 oldest sons, work for Davis, for the city of Davis. But other than that, I have friends living in Davis. I have one relative. My youngest son lives in town. My 3 grandsons go to school there. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot to do with the town. I go in there 2 or 3 or 4 times a week. And there's a lot of stuff going on at City Hall. It's going to be coming out in the papers soon. That was pecan hitting my roof up there. It's just about time for them to start shedding off. I'll probably gather some up this year to split and put back, put in desserts and stuff, and I'll probably let some folks pick pecans up. We've got like, I don't know how many trees, probably 30 pecan trees, maybe 40 here. Jerry's got like 600 and something trees on his place over there at Fun Valley. He says every year he's going to gather them up and sell them, and it never gets done. He doesn't have enough guys working for him to accomplish that, and he's got a lot on his plate right now. I got a lot on my plate too, but he's got a whole lot more than I do. Let me get a sip. Mom, John, I hope y'all are doing well. I love you and I miss you. And one of these days, one way or another, Linda and I are going to load up and come see y'all and take you for a ride somewhere. It'll probably be a little bit because we've got things we're having to deal with right now. I'm moving 3 fairly expensive table chairs in here that are steel into the house because the ones we've got in there are basically junk. These are well made, but they're in the way, and I really only need like one more chair out here, not 3. It'll give me more space, and it gets something decent to sit in at the table in the dining area. But that's one of the things I need to do. It's not going to happen today. I'm going to do this and then go into the house. But like I said, Mom, John, I love you. I miss you. My brother Michael, Paul, I hope you're doing well. I really do. Stay safe. My buddy Chris in Florida, stay safe, brother. Things are getting crazy all over the place. You know, it's just a sign of the times, I guess. Monty over in Lone Grove, America, we might be coming through there here in a week or so, and we'll have to take you to eat again. But I hope everything's going well for you and yours. I hope your daughter's doing okay up at Stillwater. Anybody else watching this? A couple of long-time viewers on my vlog that asked to remain anonymous. I've mentioned it before. I'm not going to anymore, but they're having a few health problems, so I've been praying for them. And that's pretty much it for today. Like the sign says right there. Be kind. Bye.